Good morning. It's Wellness Wednesday. It's Laura here with another wellbeing topic. I have Sarah Bromham here with me. Very, very exciting. I just realised I've got a nice big TV screen in the background, but never mind. We're live this morning and I'm coming to you with another topic all around perimenopause. We're going to be talking self-care. We're going to be talking about nature's cycles. Very, very exciting. So we're going to have a little bit of oil actually. I'm going to plug Christina from Luna Rose and Aromatherapy. She's made this oil for me, bespoke oil that I use in all my events. So as we're talking about self-care, before we do our talk, we're going to do a little bit of anointing. I'm sure Sarah will like this because she is queen of self-care and one of these people that does create really strong boundaries, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment. So I am passionate about bringing you women in my community lots of different topics to inspire you to be the best version of you. And let's just get into our discussion. We're going to grab a cuppa. If you want to pause the video and do the same if you're watching on replay, then come and join us. Cheers, Sarah.
Cheers.
So let me first ask you, because obviously I ask all my speakers this,
Yes.
What's been your experience of perimenopause?
That's a very interesting question for
Yes.
me. I'll backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Because it gives some context to
Yes,
it.
perfect.
So I didn't do any exercise, even though I was sort of in the self-care and well-being realm,
Yeah.
for years.
For years.
For years. And if you'd have asked me, if you'd have said to me 15 years ago, you will be doing the things you're doing now,
Yes.
I'd have been, you are nuts. That is not happening. So I am totally on the same page as the majority of people.
Sure, which is good.
Which is
There'll be
good,
people
because
out
I
there
have
that need to hear it.
perspective.
Yeah, perfect.
And for some reason, don't know why, 10 years or so ago, I decided that I needed to get fitter.
Brilliant.
And it happened to be at about the time I was just in the throes of perimenopause.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that was an instinctive thing because of the wellness work that I do,
Sure.
but I just decided I was going to go for it.
Yeah.
And I went from the person who struggled to get up in the mornings. I couldn't, I guess perimenopause was having an impact on that.
Yeah.
Obviously putting weight on.
Sure.
And finding it more difficult to get it off.
Get going and
get metabolism going and things.
Yeah.
And I went from that person who couldn't get up in the morning to I now get up at least 3 times a week at 5:30 to be in the gym at 6.
Oh my God, that is so good.
And it's completely changed my perspective and life and everything else.
Yeah.
So it is one of my absolute non-negotiables.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
It gets me up in the morning. It also means I don't have that whole thing of talking to myself all day and talking myself out of doing exercise.
Exactly, because you've got that routine, that
I've got the
automated
routine.
process. Yeah.
And I've also got that slightly smug feeling of I've already done it.
Oh my God, yeah. Now this is what I've been trying to teach people on the Habit Challenge. It's the thing about just repeating the action. So it's a no-brainer for you, isn't it?
Yeah,
Literally
absolutely.
get up and go without thinking.
Absolutely. Don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And actually, I only did that because I met a trainer.
Yeah.
And he said to me, because I said, I'm never going to get up in the morning, don't be ridiculous. And he said, well, give me 6 weeks to change your habits.
Yeah, amazing. So he's got the...
And that's what I did.
Yeah,
And it
brilliant.
worked.
And would you say that's one of the best things then that you've done?
That is definitely one of the best
movement.
things I've done. Because it helped with sleep.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it was easy.
No.
And I'm not saying that perimenopause was easy.
No.
But it certainly made an impact and made the transition easier.
And you're doing a mix, aren't you, of the weight-based training, mixed cardio?
Yeah. I don't really like cardio, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah.
It's not my favourite thing. I hate running. I'm just not built for it. But once I discovered weights, oh my God, it was like a different world.
It is so good. I mean, you boost your metabolism. I'm going to draw the blinds a minute while Sarah talks to you, just put the lights back. So yes, we know that it definitely has a big impact in terms of metabolism, in terms of speeding everything up. Obviously, you lose muscle mass each year and things like that. So you're definitely a winner.
Strength.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I guess the other thing, which is a really weird thing to say, but I think probably COVID helped me as well, because in that period I had nothing else to do.
So you just
I couldn't physically work because I do a hands-on job.
Yeah.
So that was, for me, that was the turning point of actually, I'm exercising for something to do. It really helped. Yeah. But it also meant that I did a lot of self-care as well in that time, and I just stopped. Yeah. And I stopped everything that was so crazy and manic. Yeah. Learned a lot about myself. Did a lot of like exploratory work into things like human design and
amazing. I love human design,
and like moon cycles and personality traits and that sort of stuff, and really got to know me and what I needed.
That sounds amazing. So moving on from that then, so obviously you had this cornerstone habit, I'd say, which is the gym, which is amazing, isn't it? I mean, what would you say to people? Because the problem is, and I talk a lot about this, is the fact, and this is why I do rest programs, and the same as you, is that we do live in a hustle culture, don't we? And as women, at this time when often menopause hits, we've got like kids that are pulling on us, like teenagers, we've got maybe elderly parents. We're called the sandwich generation because we're like got all of this stuff going on. I mean, what are your tips? Because you do talk a lot about this, and I know you've done lots of wellbeing talks around self-care tips.
Definitely.
But, how do women prioritise that? What are your tips around that?
I think you have, everybody's individual.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing to remember, and I think we're not in competition with each other to see how, who can do the best or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really trying to find space in your routine. Now, everyone says they've not got enough time. However, start monitoring how much time you're on your screen.
Yes, no, I know.
We're always talking to our teenage kids about it. Get off your screens. Don't engage with that. You'll be amazed how much time you can get back. Yeah. And also just bringing in really small little hacks. Yeah. So if you're struggling with things like just centering yourself. Yes. And just trying to just calm everything down. Well, when you boil the kettle for a cup of tea, which we've got just now, when you boil the kettle, just don't do anything else. Yeah. If you have to, just watch it boil. Yeah. It sounds really silly. No, but it's true. But it's a 5-minute pause that you can have. You know, there's cultures around the world that use making tea as a ritual. Bring that back into your world, and you'll actually be amazed how much that just calms the nervous system down and actually just starts slowing everything. Yeah. And then it's little things. It's all the little things like that you can bring in. Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree with the whole incorporating mindfulness into your day, because that can be the challenge, can't it? Fitting another thing in. But that's the whole idea. And like I think we've done with the exercise, it's like start with something, and then it's like you can stack other habits onto that. Yes. And you can also, do something when you're brushing your teeth or whatever. It doesn't always have to be a big grand gesture. No. And the other thing is book it in. Book it in. Because I am very much queen of that, aren't you? I'm very much a queen of booking it in. And that really is because I'm really disorganised. Yes. So I know to overcome the disorganised, chaotic nature, I'm really untidy. Yeah. I have to plan things. Yeah. No, it's definitely the way forwards. Yeah. Some people can't do it. Some people planning is really difficult for them. And it feels like there's more pressure. Yeah. And I'm all about taking away that pressure. Yes. Whatever way we do it. Yeah. It's a tricky one, because you actually have to work on it on what works for you as an individual. Yes. Yeah. And there's so much we're bombarded with in self-care and so much in wellness. You've only got to go on any social media to see like 20 different views about the same topic. No, exactly. Exactly. And it can feel like a bit of a checklist. Yeah. No, I agree. And it's like doing self-care, doing wellness. It's like, to find what's right for you, I think, isn't it? And it will be difficult to start with when you first start doing it. Yeah. But as time goes on, it just becomes slightly embedded as a habit. So the things that you do every day, like brush your teeth, you don't think about it because it's a habit that you've just brought up. Yeah. Yeah. So this is just building in small little habits. Definitely, no, it's really positive. Now, what I'm really interested in, and actually Sarah's going to be my first guest speaker as part of my networking Working with Mums in Business group, so she's going to talk to us all about the importance of living and leading in business in line with the cycles of nature. So this is something that I'm really, really passionate about as well. And I know that just to explain to you, Sarah has a business called Radiance Therapy, and she does all sorts of things. Among things like wellness talk, she also does massage and various treatments. Yeah. But now she's also moving into some cyclical living workshops and working more in line with the cycles of the moon and things like that. So it's very, very exciting. So tell us a bit about this. What's coming up? So it's something that I started working on. It's been slowly evolving over the years. I mean, I've been in business for over 20 years now, so everything evolves. And certainly going through peri-menopause and menopause, it became even more apparent how cyclical we are as women.
Yes.
How we have that ebb and flow, and we have those really high peaks of energy where you think you can conquer the world, and other days when you're crying behind the sofa.
Yeah.
You know, we have that, all of those dynamics going on. But then I started thinking that when we've gone through that period of time, like, we haven't got our natural cycle anymore.
No.
So that can be really confusing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what throws people a lot of the time. All of a sudden, like, you don't know where you are in the month. You don't know what's happening, and that's one of the things that comes in. So alongside those thought processes, during lockdown I actually wrote a couple of books, and I was talking about things like seasonal eating and just being much more clean, what we're doing, but also how we live through the seasons. So things like, you know, the slowing down in winter. We naturally, we're animals, we want to hibernate. We want to just cozy down. In the summer, we're much more sociable. We want to see our friends because it's nice outside, it's warm. So that's where they start coming into each other. So the cyclical work, we've got loads of different cycles that we can work with.
Yeah.
I moved on to moon cycles because I don't think there's no coincidence that it's a 28-day cycle in the moon cycle, and in theory it's a 28-day cycle for women. And that really gives us something to work with. So if you have got to the point, or you've always had really erratic periods, or they've just now finished, and you're looking for something to work with that ebb and flow, to work when you've got higher energy and lower energy. Once you start looking at moon cycles, you actually realise, and it's something I still do now, even though I've been working in it for a while, and I look at it and go, okay, I'd forgotten it was full moon or whatever this week.
And you feel
and I've suddenly realised how productive I've been in the last couple of days. But I also know that when it's a new moon, I'm going to be really quiet. I actually do less treatments in that week because I know I haven't got the energy to do it, and it's working with it.
Yeah, no, I think it's so important. I mean, I think also that, you know, you do have to have that management of masculine and feminine energy.
Absolutely.
You know, we are sort of cyclical beings, like you say, our periods mirror the moon cycles, and we just are, you know, meant to work in line with nature. And I think it gives you that freedom. You know, I always feel like when I've been hustling too hard and pushing, and we need that masculine energy, don't we, to get things done, but we do equally need to sort of hold back and be a bit in flow. And I think that, like you say, the cycle really helps us to balance those masculine and feminine traits, you know, because ultimately we are, you know, we've got to respect that we are, you know, we thrive on that. No, that's great.
So and you know, there's cycles everywhere. You can look at, you know, if you've got just school children, you have a cycle for the year. Then they start in September, and you know, there's high energy points and low energy points. So once
allowing both, isn't it?
Allowing things to happen and not becoming stressed when it's difficult. Is knowing that that's a phase, it's going to pass.
And that helps, doesn't it? That helps you to take the pressure off.
Definitely.
So you've got lots of things coming up. So tell the listeners who will be interested in, you know, tapping into some of the things you've got on, what you've got coming on. And also how people can get in contact with you.
Sure. Okay. So obviously I'm coming to your meeting.
I did plug that.
You did plug the meeting, but I'll give it another go.
That's the 6th of March, 10 to 12 at my lovely new venue at the Walters Arms.
So that's very exciting. It's going to be good day, that one.
Definitely.
So that's the 6th. On the 9th of March, I'm actually doing a talk for a charity called Depression Expression in Reading. You can find them online. They're just Depression Expression. It's to support people that go through depressive times and mental health.
Amazing.
So have a look at them online. And then at the end, it's a busy week then, I must check the moon. The end of that week, on the 14th of March, I'm hosting my own seasonal workshop. So my seasonal workshops are 4 times a year.
Seasons.
But I host them the week before the equinox, or the change into the new season, to give you a week or so to adjust and think about what we've worked on in the actual workshop itself. And there we'll just be looking at things like cyclical living, current moon cycle. There's some meditation. There's a little bit of journaling. There's usually lots of chat.
Although it has to be with bits of women together.
And then there's also, because I really try and tap into like the creative side of me. So there's always a creative activity.
Oh, lovely.
I don't tend to advertise what that will be, because some people get a bit scared because they think I'm going to get them drawing. There's no drawing involved unless you want to. But that it just gives, it's a little bit of fun at the end of the day.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
It's just for 3 hours, and all the details are on my website. But and then, like I say, they run 4 times a year.
Amazing. And then you've obviously got your other business on the side, your radiance therapy.
Yes.
So people can book again.
Yes.
So basically, your website, is it Radiance?
It's radiancetherapy.co.uk.
And then you're on Instagram.
And I'm on
Facebook
Instagram,
as well.
Facebook.
Perfect.
I think that's probably it now.
Amazing. Oh, great. Well, that's been really nice. I've liked the flow of the conversation. So hopefully that's inspired you guys to look into a few things. And, you know, I always love talking about the moon and nature's cycles. And obviously we've got a couple of things coming up that Sarah's mentioned, including the networking meeting. So do join us. We've actually sold quite a few tickets. So if you want to get a space, just let me know and I'll give you the link. So that's all for Wellness Wednesday. I'll be back next week with Ella Hutchins, who's going to be talking to us about coaching and various things. But for now, have an amazing Wednesday and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.